Before you skip this video, stop for just 30 seconds, because what you're about to hear could change the way you live forever. Every single second you waste today is a piece of your life that will never return. Money can be earned again, success can be achieved again, but lost time can never be bought back, not even with billions of dollars. Today, I'm going to tell you a story that every student, every dreamer, and every hardworking person needs to hear. Don't leave this video halfway, because the lesson at the end may save you from years of regret. So, let's begin. In a small village, there lived an old man named Thomas. People didn't respect him because he was rich. They respected him because he was wise. One rainy afternoon, a young boy named Daniel knocked on his door. His face was filled with disappointment, and his heart carried countless questions. He looked at Thomas and asked, "Sir, why do people say that time is more valuable than money?" Thomas smiled gently but didn't answer immediately. Instead, he stood up and walked into another room. A few moments later, he returned holding two glass jars. One jar was completely full of shiny gold coins. The other jar was almost empty, with only a little sand left at the bottom. Thomas placed both jars on the table and looked at Daniel. "Tell me, Daniel, which jar would you choose?" Without thinking for a second, Daniel pointed at the jar full of gold coins. Thomas smiled and slowly nodded his head. That's exactly what most people do. Daniel looked confused. Thomas picked up the nearly empty jar filled with sand. "Do you know what this sand represents?" Daniel quietly shook his head. "Every grain of sand is one day of your life. The moment a grain falls away, it never comes back." Thomas slowly turned the jar upside down. The sand began slipping through his fingers, one grain at a time. Daniel watched in complete silence. "Now imagine," Thomas said softly, "every day you waste is another grain of sand that disappears forever. And one day, you'll turn around and realize the jar is empty." Daniel lowered his head. For the first time, he truly understood the value of time.